Hi, everyone. Welcome to week 5. I can't believe we're in the last 2 weeks of this course. This week, we're going to be talking about education systems and current issues in education. We're going to look at governance structures and how major governing bodies and different offices and agencies, even professional organizations, parents, businesses, and the government have influence on public education. We're also going to look at major sources of funding that support public education. We're going to look at education reform initiatives at both the state and the national levels. And we're also going to look at how legislation influences education. Really interesting issues this week. So this week, you're going to watch The Education of Michelle Rhee and then do some research. I do give you some suggested sites that you can do your research. I think many of you have found some really interesting research in your other work, so I look forward to seeing your research for this week. This week, we're going to have 2 assignments. You're also going to you're going to have a discussion, as we usually have. You're going to research a current event in education. Make sure it's something that's an education resource. So I recommend that you use ed.gov, doe.mass.edu, EdWeek, Edutopia, understanding.org. I know we have some Connecticut people, so feel free to use Connecticut education websites as well. And then provide a detailed summary of the key points and explain how it's related to the course content. I'm sure you're going to find lots and lots of things about social and emotional learning and things that have happened during COVID, but don't feel like you have to use those as your resource. I think those are the ones that are going to pop up the most, but if there's something else that interests you, feel free. I know that in previous courses, I've had students research things like redshirting in kindergarten or kindergarten entry age. You can tell my leaning toward early childhood, but those kinds of things. Or in Connecticut, raising the age in which the federal government said that older young adults in special education are entitled to transition services until the end of the school year in which they turn 22, which was a change from in which the year they turned 21. So there are lots of current events that you can look at. Just make sure, again, that it's from an educational resource. And if you would like to use a video post, that is certainly one of the options that you have. And looking forward to your discussion this week. And then for your assignment, it's going to be a documentary reflection of the education of Michelle Rhee. So you're going to answer what you thought about after you watched the documentary, some questions that you may have had after you watched it, and a picture or a song that I connect to this documentary because. So again, we're sort of practicing what we preach here. We looked at those different kinds of intelligences, and now we're going to tap into how you can express your learning through connecting that picture or a song to the documentary. So I look forward to your discussion for this week and to reading your assignments. Remember that next week is the last week of this course. You have a large assignment. You have to design your ideal school. You also have to have your observation completed. So if that is something you have not done yet, I would suggest that you get it done as soon as possible. And just a reminder that I cannot accept any late work for week 6. So for week 5, I will accept late assignments if that's absolutely necessary, but they do have a late penalty and they need to be completed by the end of week 6. And in week 6, I don't have that latitude. Everything needs to be in by the end of that week. I just want to remind you, because I don't want anybody to get caught with those 2 large assignments in week 6 and not have them in by the end of week 6, that Saturday at midnight. So I'm wishing all of you a wonderful week. I can't believe we're already in week 5 and looking forward to our discussions. Have a great week. Bye-bye.